Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bitches Who Brunch. I am your head bitch in charge, Miss Vonnie Lynn, and as always, I have my amazing co-host with me, Abel. What's up, Abel?
Hi, welcome back again? Question mark. It feels
Okay.
weird. 1 week off.
I know. Well, welcome back. Even though I was just telling Abel before the podcast, I didn't even want to come on to do this episode today. I have just been so drained lately. I don't know if anybody else out there is feeling how I've been feeling, but literally, I feel like I have no energy, no drive for anything. If it's gonna, if I have to use any kind of mental thing for it, I don't want to do it. It's this stupid eclipse. Today is the eclipse, the partial lunar eclipse, and full moon
Is it
tonight.
like I was gonna say? Is it like a moon something?
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a moon something. It's definitely something because
Are we in
and I have
retrograde?
a very
Are we in the retrograde again?
we're like in the shadow period, and there are other planets in retrograde right now also that are kind of like there's a lot of squares and conjunction. There's always some bullshit going on.
Can't
Heavy
we
on
just
the
get a
bullshit.
day? Can't we just get a day,
Just a
bitch?
day.
I just need a day. Just everything. Quit being Gatorade and let's just end it. Let's just stop for one day.
Just one fucking day, bro.
God damn. Honestly,
It's just been so much. But for those of you that are interested in the partial lunar eclipse tonight, it will reach its peak at about 10:34-ish Eastern time. So you can go ahead and go out there and check it out for that. It's supposed to look really beautiful. It is really beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's just makes you feral. I'm feral right now.
oh shit.
Say
Damn,
one
girl.
stupid thing. One stupid thing to me today. Go ahead. Say
I
one.
swear to God, Jonathan just said that before we started recording. He's like, man, I just wish a fucking bitch would today. He was just like swinging at the air. He's like, and nobody fucking would, and I wish a bitch would.
You know
That's weird
why?
that you say that.
That's because it's mostly gonna affect people with
Bring me
his
the
sign,
bitches.
Gemini. Gemini is mostly gonna affect them Geminis. all the all the mutable signs. Actually Pisces too, because if I'm not mistaken, it's in Pisces. So
It just
y'all
actually
supposed
feels like my normal chaos, though, so we're fine.
Hey, well, I've been waiting for this one.
It's another one. Another one.
So, in today's episode, we are going to be talking about friendships. Now, we have never really had an episode where we're talking about friendships, so we are going to talk more specifically about when it's time to end a friendship and what signs those are, signs that you should probably end that. It's no longer good for you, it's no longer serving you. So, we're going to go into that. We're also going to talk about like why it's important to have friendships and maybe just talk a little bit about how COVID affected all of that.
Oh, that's true. And just really quick before we get into the topic, I just thought about it. Speaking of friendships, our friend who's a friend of the show, Helix, his merch launch, and I'm sporting his shirt. It has a cool design on the back. But just speaking of friendships, because I know we were playing video games a little while ago, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear that and shout him out. So yeah, what's
Oh,
up?
absolutely. And we love Helix here. Helix, otherwise known as GC, he's been on a couple of our episodes. We will go ahead and link his merch in some show notes or in some, however Abel does it. Producer, how do you do that? Okay.
Like it's gonna appear. You're gonna
It'll
go
be there.
click. If you're listening to it on your phone, just go click. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I always say that. I always realize I say that during the podcast shows. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna link this, we're gonna link that. I'm pretty sure
Bonnie
Abel's like,
swears, this bitch swears we're gonna link everybody and their mama. I said, girl, we're not linking nobody.
Abel's like, this bitch quit linking everybody. But
Link in bio.
somebody else that we will link, and that is our other show sponsor, and that is All Good Fitness. So if you guys are in and around Corpus Christi in the Coastal Bend area and looking for an amazing gym, you guys want to hit up All Good Fitness. They are located at 424 Schatzel in downtown Corpus Christi. And for me, it is my favorite, my home away from home. I love working out there because it is a members only gym. So it's just, I like how I feel I can go in there and I can do what I want to do. I can move equipment around if I could do it, and all, but also still maintain, proper gym etiquette, put your stuff up afterwards and everything. But it's just like
I
it
like
just
that
feels
it's
homey.
members only because then like you don't have that like before work rush. I mean, it's busier than usual, but you don't feel like uncomfortable or like after work rush because it's like a members only. It's not just them and their friends coming in hanging out at the gym, you know.
Yeah, and it really feels like a family. All the members know each other. There's when you're regular for whatever time, whether you're the morning, you're the mid, your evening, your nights, certain group always goes there, so you guys get to know each other, and it's like a family. So make sure you check that out. All Good Fitness downtown. Now let's get right into this. Of course, we're gonna start off with the question that I put out for our Facebook, Reddit
Oh,
users and
here we go.
everything.
Why? Why do all roads lead back to Reddit?
I love it. I love it. I'm here for it. So today's question was things women say when they are mad. And some of these were so specific. I was like, "Oh, okay. Your girl gets mad. What are you doing? What are you doing to her?" All right. So the first one was silence. When they say nothing, just silence.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's one of the scary ones, the silence. Because if I go
I think you
silent,
should be worried. You should be worried because we're plotting.
exactly, I am plotting shit. And it's not gonna happen right away. It's gonna happen when you least fucking expect it. When you think things are so rosy posy and they're not.
And then
Like absolutely. Okay, the next one is I'm fine or it's fine. Nothing's fine.
mm.
Nothing's fine. Absolutely nothing is fine. Far from fine, as a matter of fact.
So not
So
only is this person saying this mad, but they're also a liar
they're
because they're saying it's fine, but they don't mean that, so they're a liar.
so they're lying. Yeah.
So in reality, I could be like, "Well, you're being a liar right now," and I could flip the script.
And make them more mad. That's Go ahead, guys. Do that one. Pay attention to Abel. Go ahead. I don't know why you trying to get people no. Oh, hi Twitch fam. Yay. Okay. The next one is not this time. I don't think I have ever been
I don't.
I've never said that.
I don't know what that means.
Not this time. Mm-mm. Like, I know I've been like, that's what we not gonna do. Like,
Mm,
maybe that's, I don't know. Not
not
this
this
time.
time. It's so specific though, too. It
You
sounds
would,
like somebody got told that.
yeah. You would. The next one is whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, Stormbreaker. Go ahead and tell us something that women say when they're mad, when you know they're mad or you think they're mad.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay, the next one is okay or K. Like, okay, if there are levels to okay. If I spell out okay, it might be I. It might be I. If I just put an O and a K, it's not okay. It's not okay. And if I put a K, you're toast. You're done.
Yeah. Honestly, I whenever I'm putting okay, I do whatever autocorrect's gonna automatically do. So sometimes it just comes out as okay, like 2 letters, and sometimes it's like okay, and then sometimes it's K, but it's just whatever autocorrect's reading my mind in that moment. I'm like, hit it, hit it, hit it.
You don't even decide
So,
if you're mad. Autocorrect decides.
yeah, I don't even think about it.
Not me. I think about it. I,
Stormbreaker.
do you? Don't do you? Don't. And that's
In fact,
that
do everything but you. Don't do you.
exactly. So that's like leading to one of the ones on here, which is do what you want. Do what you want. Don't.
Okay. Then hit him back with
Don't
a
do.
K.
No. No. We'll be fucking fighting. That's when you pull up. Skirt, skirt. What? What was that?
K.
If you hit me with a K, just go ahead and check my location. So you could watch me coming. So you could see me coming.
You're out with your friends.
Period. Yeah, do what you want. No. Damn, there was so many of that one. I put it on here twice by accident. Okay. I'm hungry. I don't think I've ever said I'm hungry. Hey, Michael, how you doing? I don't think I've ever said I'm hungry when I'm mad. Maybe if I
Not when,
say I'm hungry.
not when
No.
I'm mad. I think when I'm mad at that point, when I'm hungry and I'm mad, I'm just, if I'm really mad, I'm like, nah, I don't want anything, just because I'm pissed off, you know.
Yeah, then I'm not gonna
But
want to eat.
yeah,
But I really want to eat, so you better take me.
but not with you.
Right.
Like,
Like
take
just
me through the
DoorDash,
drive-through, and then I'm going to the room and eating.
period. Or DoorDash me something. Or just cash at me for food that I can go get without you because fuck
Yeah.
you. Because it's not K. And you did what you wanted like an
And if you're
idiot.
still gonna take me to eat and I'm mad, don't even ask me what I want. Just guess and guess right.
And you better be right. You better not be wrong. Ooh. I tell people all this time, we ain't for the week. We ain't for the week. All right. This next one is this one. Oh, here we go. It is what it is. Because it ain't what it ain't. It's so if she hits you with it is what it is. Well, look, you can just know she fucking around. It was probably your best friend.
Or she don't care if you're doing what you, if she don't care that you're doing you because she's doing her.
Doing her. And she's
It's
doing
like,
her twice as
it's
better,
fine.
twice as good as what you're doing you. Like oh, thanks for popping in, Michael. Um, the next one is get your shit and go to your mommy's. You
God damn, who told them that? Shit.
know? She didn't say mom. She said mommies.
She
Go to your
said, bitch,
mommy's
go to
house.
your mommy.
Yeah, so fuck you and your mama.
That's when you just say, K.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go do me. Okay. The next one is you motherfucker.
Oh,
You know,
I,
there should be no question. If someone's trying to get your shit or calling you a motherfucker, they're probably mad. Just
yeah.
if you can't tell at that point that they're mad, hey, you deserve that at that point. All right. Bring me nuggies. Hmm.
Bitch.
Unless you're the type of person that like eats bad food when you're pissed. Like if when I'm pissed I eat chocolate all the time and I'm like I need you to pick me up some Hershey's today.
You're like, oh, they had a day.
I had a day. I had a
That would
day. I
make
need
sense.
some
That would be the only way that makes sense. I was trying to dissect that.
I had
That
a
makes
day.
sense.
I don't even need the 10 pack. I need the fucking 20. You know what? Just give me a 50 piece.
Give me the family pack, bitch. Give me all the sauce. I don't know which sauce I want, so just get every one of them. And then get multiple of that sauce because if I like one and I want more and I only have one, I'm going to be upset.
Right. But don't bring me that ranch one because that's trash. Stop at Wingstop. Get me ranch from there and then come. Like, yeah. Okay.
And
The
don't,
next,
and all the while reading my mind, guessing all of this because I'm not going to tell you.
I'm definitely not going to tell you. You should already been knowing this. Because I know you already done made me mad before in the past. So you should remember and reflect on what you had to do to make it right.
Oh my god.
All right. The next one is bet or big bet.
Yeah.
If um, I guess. And if I throw in the word fucking, if I say big fucking bet, just don't even come home. Just don't even come home. Like, just sleep in the car outside. Because if you go anywhere else, you're going to be in trouble. Don't come in the house, but be around the house so I know where the fuck you're at. Okay. I just find it funny. She don't find nothing funny.
Hey,
Nothing is fucking funny.
what she finds funny is that you're not yet.
Yeah.
That's what she finds funny. That's the only thing.
I find it funny that you like for me to talk to you like this. That I find it funny that you wanted your feelings hurt today after you cried about it
I
last time.
find it funny that you wanted to do you.
I know. That's so
That's
hilarious.
very funny. I'm laughing inside. Haha.
Okay. Wow. Just wow.
That's not a word I
Wow.
use really. Maybe because I'm thinking through text, but yeah, maybe in person if you say it like that.
For me, I'm not mad. I'm surprised at the level of your stupidity in the moment.
Hmm.
Wow. You okay. Big fucking bet. See, if all those come together, oh, you in trouble. Hold on, wait a minute.
And then whenever you saying that, they're like, "What's wrong?" You're like, "Nothing."
Nothing.
Are
Nothing.
you are you hungry? No,
No, it's fine.
I don't want anything. Everything's fine. Damn. At that point,
Would they hit you with, you know what? I didn't realize how much
if
I
it's
say.
more than a, I'd say if it's more than like two of those in a combination, like you need to really work on your apology game. Have a running list of things that you might have messed up.
Can you imagine? I'm literally just thinking back to like what I say when I'm angry, and I say, depending on what the situation was, at least two or three of these at once on the daily. So I issue death threats out a lot, apparently. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, do you?
Do
Period.
it.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
Thanks. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You
Go ahead.
see, all you have to respond with is K to all of these situations, and you'll be fine.
You'll be definitely listen to Abel, you guys, and then screenshot it or record it and let us know how it worked out for you. Because all right, um, when they say nothing and it's just an up and down look.
That's like with the silence, like when they're silent, like
That's
when they
the
don't say.
silent thing. Okay. Um, this one says when they're crying and then in the middle of crying they just start laughing. Run, my guy.
There's about to be a situation.
Or even if I'm like really mad, I've done that before, where I'd be like really mad and then all of a sudden I'll just start laughing because, and I'm laughing more at the fact that, bitch, you knew this was coming and you felt you so stupid. Like I'm laughing at
I
myself.
I've gotten so when I get so mad, especially it happens at work a lot. When I get so mad, I start to like tear up and like cry, but it's because I'm so filled with anger. I do everything inside to like at work to not burst at anyone, like employees, customers. I try to like hold everything in. So whenever I get that mad, I'm like overfilled with like emotion. So it just comes out in like tears. But I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not sad. I'm pissed right now. Like,
Yeah, I hate
yeah.
that. Like I do that. Atreyu does that. Like I will,
And
I will
it's
get
just my
teary
way of
eyed.
like coping. It's my way of coping, like because I still at that point don't want to blow up on anybody.
Yeah, I just don't want to land up in jail. I just don't want to be in jail. I just want to. It's got to come out of my eyes, y'all. Because if it don't, murder was the case that they gave me. You know.
Not the M word, first of all.
Oh, I was singing a song. It was lyrics. Sorry. Oh, man, you gotta give me a list. We need a list of these words that we not allowed to say. Anyway, all right. Don't ding us. Okay, love
Anywho,
y'all. So let's go ahead
that
and
never
jump.
happened. Anyways, let's edit that.
No. Oh, the last one. The last thing a woman will say when she's mad at you. What was your friend's name again?
What time did you get off of work? And who were you with?
That's why your friend got a bigger than you.
Oh, I
How do we know that, ma'am? How do we know that? Go ahead.
know.
Tell the story. Mm.
That's funny.
All right. So we're gonna get into signs that you should end your friendship. We're gonna start talking about friendships here because friendships are just a big part of life. Like people always really strong and heavy on like, your social circles, your group, your people, your tribe, all that stuff. And I can say like through my life, I have had my fair share of friends that come, go, friends that you're completely close with and then you just lose touch all of a sudden. friends that betray you, people that you've known for 2.5 seconds that end up feeling like you've known them your whole life. And those are like friendship, like soulmate type friendships. And a lot of people assume that soulmates are just, romantic people, romantic partners, and they're not. They could be family, they could be friends, they could be coworkers, like just someone that you feel very comfortable with. So, we're going to talk about like why it's good to have these friends, what they do for you. And I touched on a little bit about COVID. So I was looking at different like graphs and stuff about friendships and everything from night. Now this is going to go from 1990 until now. So back in 1990, 26% of adults said that they had no close friends. And it was 52% said they had 1 to 4 close friends, and then 12% said they had 5 plus close friends. That's like a big number of people that said they felt like they didn't have any close friends in
You said
1990.
26%?
Yeah, in 1990. So then fast forward up to, pre-COVID era, and it was the numbers were kind of like still the same, but when you got to the COVID era, like 2021, 3% of people said they felt like they had like close friends. Just 3% said they felt they had 1 to 4 close friends. 78% of people said they felt like they had no close friends. And that's why during COVID times, the loneliness, the depression people started feeling skyrocketed and stuff. And that, had a lot to do with the quarantines and all that stuff. But now, and this was done in May of 2024, 8% of adults said that they have no close friends. 53% they have 1 to 4, and 38% said they had 5 plus. So it's just like the numbers are slowly going back up a little bit more now that but
Getting back to normal.
yeah. So how many close friends would you say you have? Close friends.
That's hard because I consider it close friends in different ways, but um in at this current time, probably five,
Mm-hmm.
like close friends.
Yeah, like best friends.
Yeah, like
Like
five, about five, maybe six.
yeah, I have 6. So
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, okay, I have 6. But I will say like what's wild is when you start to like 'cause before like maybe like 2 years ago I'd have been like, oh, I have a fuck ton of close friends, I have like 20, 30 close friends, blah 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 blah. But it, that's not true, and when you start to move in like different paths or separate paths and where you were at in that point in time, a lot of these friendships they kind of tend to fall off a little bit because you're no longer in that state of where you're at in that moment in your life. I think those type of friends they kind of come and go a little bit, but friends, best friends, close friends, so they're good for your emotional support. They're there for you emotionally. You have
Mhm.
certain friends that you go to for different emotional needs. If you need an enabler, if you need a if you need a what is it called, when they're like your voice of reason a little bit, they look at the other side of things. I'm off.
Like it's like the yin to your yang, like kind of like
Yeah,
they
like
yeah, like I know what you're saying. Like they
devil's advocate. They're like the devil's
there we
advocate.
go. Why couldn't I think of that?
I couldn't think of it either, like my whole So, they also are good for your mental health because it's good to feel again like you're a part of, you have like sense of community, like you're a part of, a group or just a part of something with someone. Your physical health because, your friend, they can push you or just be there for you either to go exercise, just to like get out of the house, do things, whereas you normally maybe you're a little bit of a hermit and an introvert and you wouldn't really do that. And it gives you a sense of belonging. It can help your self confidence, trust. Because when, like, if you are a very guarded person, having close friends helps you start to build trust with other people So that way you could start building trust with whether it's someone romantically or just whether work people or just other areas in your life. It helps develop that trust in another person.
Hmm.
Communication, encouragement, and healthy habits. So I'm all, or they talk about our friend group because what healthy habits? What are we talking about? But all that's a part of growth and stuff like that. I would have to say, like, what period of your, what time in your life do you feel like you've had the most success when it comes to friends?
Mm, probably probably two different times in my life. One is when I was in college because I was new to like partying, and also in high school I didn't have a big diverse group of people I went to school with. And so going into college and meeting diverse groups of people and getting to like see all kinds of like aspects of the world, it was easy for me in college to go to like parties and just like get just have so there was like probably 15 of us that just like spent literally every single night together because we found things that we enjoyed to do together. And so probably college, and then probably now because the close friends that I have now are in parts of their life that match what I'm in currently in one way or another.
Yeah,
So,
I get that,
mm,
and I
so
think
two
that's where
different
I'm at.
reasons, two different reasons, two different parts of my life, but you know,
Yeah, I really think that's where I'm at now. Like this era that I'm in right now. It's taken me this long to notice these things because I am one of those friends where I will be there for you regardless, to my own detriment. I will. But I'm starting to put harsher boundaries now. Like you, I swear, like I bow down to you because you are quick with the cutoff, with the block, with the like all this shit. It don't matter. You could have known them your whole y'all could have been in diapers together. It does not fucking matter. You have always maintained very, very strong and clear cut boundaries with your friends. And it's something I admire about you. Me, I it's taken me years and years and years to be able to do that because I will give someone one, two, three, four, five, to infinity. The limit does not exist chances. And I'm just now starting to realize that I can't do that. I can't, like, it's bad for my mental health. It's bad for my emotional health. And like it's just so that's I like the era that I'm in right now with my friends.
yeah, I've been that way for a long time because I it's more important to me not to be it sounds selfish and it is in a way, but I always have to protect myself before I protect others. But it's kind of like that thing when you're flying, they tell you before you help someone, put your mask on first and then help someone next to you. So that's the way in my head I explain when I said like I could completely cut someone off that's been friends with me for 100 years, but it's because I rather protect myself than deal with anything that you have to offer me.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the
Yeah.
way I see it. It sounds selfish, and again, it is, but I see it more of like survival mode.
Yeah. And it's okay to be that kind of selfish because that's you
Hmm.
being kind to yourself. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the best relationship, the strongest relationship, the most harmonious relationship you need to have is with yourself. And
Yeah.
it took me a very long, like I'm 45 and I just learned this. And I am still trying to do that. Like there's like some people, I mean other people where it's like no, that's like you cross the fucking line there. I will never be your friend again. You know, with the things that they have done, but like some other things I'm like, well, I'm mad at you now, but if you apologize just the right way, I
Hmm.
might not be so mad anymore.
Yeah.
Type shit. So, but we are going to talk about like when you get into that cycle with someone, or and you could this could be someone that you've been friends with forever since y'all were like 20 or whatever if you're older. Like these are some signs that it might be time to let go of that friendship. The first one is they do not respect your boundaries. So just
Hmm.
like examples, Abel and I, we really don't drink very much anymore or anything like that. So if we go out with friends and we're like, no, we're not drinking, and they pursue it and 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 want us to keep drinking and this, no, like please respect that boundary. You know, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So if they don't do that, then that's a sign. What do you think about that?
I agree, but but it's because I am very hardcore with my boundaries, so it's like I never even think about that. Like setting a boundary is just because even if you're a stranger, everyone around me knows this is the way I am, and that's it. So, but I think if you're not someone that's okay doing that or makes finds it easy, realizing you need to set boundaries is important. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's like secondhand. It's like second nature to me. It's just like something I do, so it's not like I have to think about it. But again, if you have to, it's important that you got to do it when you realize it.
Right. And it can be about anything. Like, let's say, even if it's like something that they're doing that's inadvertently like it triggers you. You know, this person's giving you triggers. Talking to them and being like, look, hey, this is a trigger for me. Can you please stop doing that? Like, that's a boundary for you. And they just don't. They just like, oh, you're being a baby. You're like, you don't have to like stop being a bitch. You know, this, what?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Um, the next one is they don't keep communication open. So that's that's a big one for me. I'm but like with certain group, like certain of my friends, like they're not big talkers. They're not big like they don't remember to text all the time or whatever. Like that's just how they are. You know what I mean? That I can understand, but if they're not ever reaching out to you, if you're the one that's always doing the communication, then I'll let that die. Like I just won't communicate anymore. I'll go ghost.
Hmm. I'm the same way. I also because I don't respond like a lot to anybody, but
I
my love
don't.
language is like sending TikToks or Instagram reels. Like I'll send you like I won't talk to you for like 4 days, and you randomly get a TikTok from me, or you'll get flooded with like 30 TikToks at one time. But that's like my way of just showing like you're still in my mind. Like I saw this and thought of you immediately. Like that's my love language, and my close friends get it. Like
Yeah.
I can literally go MIA for a month, but I'll send you on day 31 or day one of the next month. I am sending you all these TikToks and just like, hey, I'm thinking of you. That's
Hmm.
just kind of what I do. But with friends that just don't reach out to me, it's like out of sight, out of mind. Like
Yeah.
if you're not bringing yourself around or texting me, and when I looked at my text, I'm like, oh shit, like you texted me. I'm like, okay, well, if you never text me, I'll never think about you ever again.
Right. Exactly. Like I won't. So,
Mhm.
they don't accept you as you are. So they are constantly trying to change something about you or which leads into the next one, which is they judge you. So if they don't accept you as you are and then they're judging you for how you are or the things that you do, it is so draining that when you have to sit here and this is supposed to be your close friend, but you have to watch what you say to them, like certain things, certain stuff that you're doing, you can't talk to them about it because they're going to judge you for it. And it's like I can't
Yeah.
do it.
I've had friends, very close friends to me, tell me like stuff, and they're like, please don't judge me. And they're being serious about it. Like they're afraid genuinely that I'm going to judge them. But I'm like, bitch, like I've seen your booty hole. Like, why am I going to judge you for something else? You know what I mean? Like, the
Yeah.
fuck? So there's nothing that you can do, even if you like, you know, somebody. Um, I'll be like, damn, girl, what are we going to do? Who am
Yeah,
I
they
going to
probably
report
deserve
you
it.
to? When do I get that money? Because I'll be quick to call the hotline on you. But anyway,
Yeah, they don't accept you as you are, and they guilt trip you. It's like not everybody is gonna be like you. Everybody has like different ticks. They have different ways they handle
mhm.
situations. They like with you. You know what I mean? You do that where you'll go for a while without speaking or going anywhere or doing anything or whatever. I accept that about you. That's how you are. You know what I mean? Because if you try to go more than 30 days without talking to me, I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah. But
I
again,
will pull
that's
up.
my love language is like I'll randomly just be like TikTok and like, haha, love you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll randomly just like that's my way of like just being like, hi. Like that's my check-in though. That's me like telling you like, hey, I'm here. Like I'm alive. Thank you.
That's me with the reels on Instagram. I will send you
Oh,
guys.
I check Instagram maybe once a day, if not every other day. And I know for sure I'll have a reel from Bonnie.
I sure will, because I'll be said, and it's funny because I have you guys up there. It's like you, Jacqueline, Marlene, my cousin Rita, and Valerie. Y'all like
Mhm.
when I those reels, I'm like all three, like all four or five of y'all. Just I'm sending them to y'all. So yep, that's I'll be doing the same thing. Okay, they guilt trip you.
Yeah, I don't do that well with that either.
Me neither. Like, well, you could get me if you guilt trip me. Like, I'm working on it. I'm working. I'm working on
Yeah,
it.
and that's another thing is I don't fall for it. Like when I tell like, we've talked about it before, like I tell somebody I'm leaving at 10. You can't be like, well, it's my birthday and blah blah. Bitch, I don't care. I told you I'm leaving at 10. Like
Yeah.
that's just
Happy
the way it
birthday.
is.
Happy
I came to
birthday
say
as you're going out the
birthday.
door.
Yeah. I'm like, you just wasted 2 minutes of our time together complaining, like begging me to say it. I'm not. So
Yeah. It took me like one or two times, and I learned. I'm like,
I
and when
know
I hear
now
somebody,
when someone tells me, hey Abel, do you want to do this? Bonnie's like,
don't even bother. You're wasting your breath. Just stop it.
Abel, you sure you don't want to go here?
He ain't going nowhere.
He already did one thing. That's enough.
Uh-huh. Oh, absolutely. Okay, they are emotionally draining. If you realize you spend time with someone and when you leave, you're just emotionally spent. Like that person sucked the life out of you while you were
Yeah.
there. Maybe that person, it's time to move on from that person as a friend. Ruben said, are those claps? Those look like claps.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
um whatchamacallit, if they're like just emotionally draining you, and that's the hardest part. Like that's I've had friends like that where God, they just emotionally fucking drain me because like they are always in a negative headspace. Everything is always like woe is them, and it's always everyone else's fault, or you did something wrong again, you made them feel bad again, you didn't include them in something, you went to the movies with one of your other friends, you went to lunch with one of your other friends, like like your friend tagged you at wherever dinner or something. Like, do you know how emotionally draining it is? Like if you have a friend and that person gets so angry at you for doing things with your other friends that you can't tag where you're at, you can't post about it, you can't be happy. What? No. That friendship's not for me.
Yeah, I think everyone's been in a situation where they've fallen victim to doing that, in certain things. But it's like whenever this person's known for doing that is when it's like, girl, you gotta go.
Mhm.
Like you gotta go. It wasn't like a one time off where you got your feelings hurt. It was like, if it's like, damn, girl, I went to get my mom and you're mad, that's a problem.
That one, because that leads into the next thing where it says they are possessive, jealous, and controlling. They literally turn into a narcissistic boyfriend at that point, or girlfriend, when your friend is being like that. Like how
I'm not that bitch because again, I think all of this can be prevented by boundaries. We talked about that earlier. If you just set them and just tell people like that's it, like you don't run
Yeah.
into any of these problems. I'm like, I'm the wrong bitch for that one,
Like imagine
girl.
imagine I
Somebody
just
being
couldn't.
jealous because you went to like coffee. I'm like, that'd be somebody mad because we're doing a podcast together right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Girl,
know like
stay mad, girl, because we're doing another one tomorrow. So the fuck, like
for
that's what I
me
would say.
it's like we're way too old for that kind of drama. Like, go make money and go heal. Whatever is fucking like, do I'm not going any like that's just the thing. Like,
They
as a
have like
friend, Go
No, what
ahead.
were you saying? Oh
I was
no, I
just
was saying they have these new therapists that deal with they're called, I don't know what their name, like a professional name is, but it's a special therapist that you have in addition to your regular therapist, and they deal with childhood trauma only. So they deal with the childhood to you. So it's called your childhood therapist.
oh yeah. Oh,
So
that's everybody needs that, I think. Like literally because we all have some form of childhood trauma. And
mhm,
when you're that friend, when you're doing that, you have abandonment issues. Like heavy on the abandonment issues and heavy on the let me see what else is that? What else is that? Oh, you're insecure. You're insecure a little bit.
mhm,
That's those are some of your insecurities coming out. So don't take them out on your friends, people. Like
yep,
you're
great.
so the next one is they are constantly competing with you.
Mm,
Wh- when your friend always has to one up you, that's not your friend. That's really not
yeah.
your friend. Like at that point you like maybe the friendship was there for like their validation or something because your real friends are not going to want to compete with they're going to be happy. They're going to be happy for you to be successful, growing, glowing, all that stuff. They're not going to be in constant competition with you. And I know people that have friends that they're in constant like if that person does something, the other person's got to do it and do it bigger. Or, even on the same days sometimes or whatever. Like it couldn't be me. It could not be me.
Same. I can't deal with that. Like that
Like
drives me crazy. But again, boundaries. Set the boundary.
like
Protect yourselves.
what would you do if like say you and Jonathan got married, right? Like you
Hmm.
you guys got married or whatever. Let's say y'all got married on April 16th, right? And then like a year or two later,
They're getting engaged on that day.
here comes Kenny and his mans and they're getting married on April 16th too.
No, it's too much.
What? What? The whole fucking year? That was the only day you could
That's too much.
No.
I feel like the
No.
only thing you can't, the only thing that you like can't prevent from happening is like birthday. You can't
Yeah.
help that somebody's birthday is on the day you decide to get married because it's special to you and your partner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that's the only thing I feel like you can't really, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
can't help that one. Or like I don't it's just so wild. It's just so wild that there are people out there constant I couldn't do that cuz I'm
Couldn't be
not
me.
I'm not competing with you, sweetie. Like I love you. I'm here for your growth. But
Yeah, have
I
fun.
just I couldn't. We would break up in the most fucking fabulous fashion because I'm going to hurt your fucking feelings.
Oh
So I'm gonna hurt your fucking feelings. All
my
right.
god.
They betray your trust constantly. So in friendships, it is, I don't want to say it's normal or something, but there will come a point in every single friendship where trust is going to get betrayed. Whether it's on a small scale, a big scale, there's a lot of smaller scale trust things that you can betray someone's trust. Whether it's like maybe you said something you shouldn't have, or something like that. You know, those small forms of betrayal of trust, they can be overcome. You talked like, hey, look, this hurt my feelings, can we please not do that again, whatever. Or if one of your friends just comes to you and they're like, hey, when you did this, you kind of hung me out to dry with this person, I didn't appreciate that, this and that, and then you work through it, you move on from it if the friendship is worth it. But if someone is constantly betraying your trust, like, that's a sign that friend is not your friend.
I agree. I also think it's a sign when someone's like, when you're gonna like, if you have like a genuine concern you want to bring up to someone, and they're just like, well, this is the way I am, and I'm not gonna change for no one. I don't care. At that point, it's like another sign. It's like, okay, you were bothered by a little thing, and you're trying to bring it up, and they just told you that. Like that's a sign where like, bye.
Yeah, that's a boundary. That's a hard boundary right there. You've got to,
Mm-hmm.
if they don't love and respect you enough to please do not do what you're asking, then they don't. One, they don't respect themselves enough for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They're not your close friend. They might be an acquaintance at that point.
At that point. And at that point, you're just some bitch I know that I don't trust. And
You're
I
some
know a
bitch
lot of
that
people.
when we all get together as a group, I know you're gonna be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta watch what I say that day.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta kiki with you every now and then, but I don't
Yeah.
trust you for shit. So,
See, Bonnie knows too. One thing about me, if I don't kiki with you, I'm not gonna fake it for anybody else in the group.
and he won't.
I'll just say they're gonna be there, and you tell me no, and they show up. I will get up, and walk out in front of their face.
And he will. And he will. And he will. And then that person's like, "Oh, was that because of me?" And then I gotta go, "Yeah, he doesn't like you, and he doesn't trust you. He really doesn't like
Oh,
you."
I can't imagine how many times Bonnie's had to say that. Yeah,
Quite a
it's because
few.
of you.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
And
Shit,
I'm
that's
okay.
funny.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I just can't sugarcoat it. I can't.
And he really, really
Yeah, I can't.
and me, I'm like a peacemaker. I'm always
Like,
the
let's have
until
fun. Let's all be together.
yeah, until you say something bad about one of my friends. And then
Yeah,
that's over. And then you're gonna wish all I did was get up and walk away. But
yeah.
before I'm just like, oh, let's all just get along. Let's all go to
Like,
Starbucks. No,
no,
no, no.
this I'll burn the Starbucks down if that person goes.
You're all Mr. Star can come and give me $1,000,000 and I'm not going.
Definitely not.
So the next one is they put no effort into the friendship. You see, this one, I am, it's really hard. Maybe one of my toxic traits is not realizing that I can't get me out of people. I expect
Hmm.
people to treat me the way that I treat them or to come into something and give the amount of effort that I give and this and that. A lot of people are like, I'm matching effort, I'm matching energies, I ain't matching shit, I'm matching myself. I'm doing me. Like, so for me it's hard and I have to keep reminding myself that not everybody is going to be like that. So maybe if they don't reach out to me as much as I reach out to them, that doesn't mean that they don't care about me or that they don't love me or whatever. That just means that they've got different ways of how they do things. But that is very different than you always making the plans, you always calling someone, you always saying happy birthday, you always posting them, you always doing all that, and they never do it back. You resharing their shit on social media, they never reshare anything of yours. You constantly letting people know, hey, this is my best friend, this is someone that's very important to me in my life, someone who's very special, and them never reciprocating that. So that's the type of like, they don't put any effort into that friendship. They expect you to do everything pretty much.
Yeah. Nope. I think everyone's had a friend like that, and I again, con- I don't allow people like that in my life anymore. So I'm just at a place in my life that I'm pretty confident in what I want in life, and it's none of that. So I don't allow it. Like there's zero room for that. I don't negotiate. I don't. There is no leeway. It's like this is what I'm doing to protect myself. So
Yeah.
you either fit in it or you don't. And if you don't, I get along with everyone. I can get along with everyone. That does not mean I like everyone, but I can everyone I can get along with almost anyone, and I just set very I'm just very in my way of like protecting myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't give people benefit of the doubt.
Hmm.
So, but
For me, I'm, what's more important to me is not how much love you show me in my face, but the amount of love and respect you give me behind my back. To
mhm,
me, that is more important. That speaks volumes. Because if you're my friend and you keep coming and telling me like, oh, I hung out with these people today, oh, and they were saying this and this about you, and they said this about you, and they said this, if you're constantly coming and telling me how people are talking trash about me, why do those people feel comfortable enough talking trash about me and telling
exactly.
you when you're my friend and they know you're my friend, but they're comfortable talking shit about me to you? Why?
More than once.
more than once. Exactly. Exactly. Why? Why do they
Yeah.
feel so comfortable doing that? Mm-mm. Can't
And
trust that.
and if people tell me like, oh, so and so doesn't like it, I'm like, good for them. There's nothing I can do to change their mind. Sorry. I'm not running. I'm not running for any kind of political office. I don't need your vote. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, especially like doing what we do, or when you're in any kind of public eye, social media, what we do. Not everyone is gonna like us. Like, not everyone
Hmm.
is gonna like us. We're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. We're not gonna, you know, do any of that stuff. People might have an issue with how we look, what we wear, what we say, how we act, if we drink, if we don't drink, like, you know, and stuff like that. I think that's the thing, that you can't do what we do and not have some kind of thick skin. You can't take it all. And I used to, a while back, I used to take it like that. I wanted everyone to like me. I hate disappointing people. I hate disappointing people. I hate telling people no. I It is so hard for me to tell people no. All right, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm learning.
No's my favorite word. Love it. Love no. Highly recommend.
It is so hard for me to tell people no. Like, they could call me at 3 in the morning. Vonnie, Vonnie, I need a ride somewhere. I will get my ass up at
You
3 in the morning and go pick someone up. I will. And it doesn't even have to be a close friend. It could just be an acquaintance. They could just want a ride somewhere. They could be calling me to take them to a booty call. I'm going to take you to a booty call. Go get yours. Go get it. So I
no,
just,
no, not for
no.
me. Nope. All of the above are my favorite words.
But
Like,
I think that,
girl, my mother will ask me for like, hey, can you do me a favor? And I'm like, no, probably not, because I don't believe in favors. However, what is it that you need? And I'll let you know if I can do it or not. That's how I literally respond to my mom, because I'm like, I don't believe in favors. No, I'm not. No, no. So I say no to my mother. I also say no to my boss, who's like, hey, can you help me with this? Like, I kind of have my plate full. No thanks. So I love no. Just say no,
no.
Bunny.
I need to learn that word. I really do. Like, it is so hard for me like to I ain't shit. Like,
I think once you find it though, like once you find it, it's like, why did I hold back? It's the best word ever. No.
I just like can't. But so now that we've already talked about like why the signs of when you should end a friendship, you know, and all that stuff, has there been a profound friendship or a close friend that you have ended things with recently that maybe you can touch on a little bit as to like why that friendship ended, and
Mm,
you know, would
I've
it be something that you can go back to?
I've had friendships end recently, kind of ish, I guess, but I don't think it's something I would go back to, because I think that they were meant to be in my life when they were. So I appreciate the friendship that I had, and I love the friendship and memories I had with them. But now we are not friends for a reason, and we're just two different people. We're not going to be friends, and so it's not something I want to revisit ever. I just kind of alluded to earlier. It's just like when someone is just very selfish. What's also weird though is like, I am you and my best friend Tasha. Like, y'all two probably know me the best. Where it's like, I if I meet someone and I don't like them, in months from now, years from now, everyone else will get it. Will understand why. I am the best judge of character when I eat. I don't even try to be. But it's because, like what I said earlier, was I get along with pretty much anyone and everyone, almost. But when the one person that I meet I don't like, everyone else will be like, "Why? They're great. They're great." And months or years from then are like, "I knew exactly what you were talking about." That's
Yeah.
happened with the last couple of friends that I have disconnected with, are like similar situations where they're just, people don't see what I see, and then it happens to them. They're like, "Oh shit, now I
Like,
get
damn.
it. I get it." So
Yeah.
that's kind of my last situation, probably.
Yeah. I'm For me, I will tell people when I have a vibe from someone. I don't know, I don't like them. There's just something about them. I can't tell you why. I can't say, oh, it's because I think they're selfish or I think they're this and that. Like, right when I meet them, they just have an energy, and I'm like, I really don't like them. I really don't like them. But
Mhm.
like with you, and you, that is true. You are so good with that. You know, being a good judge of character as far as that goes. For me, I recently have ended a friendship with someone that was very, very close to me. For I literally did nothing. I literally did nothing, and stuff got taken out of me, on me, you know, and stuff like that. And it's just like when someone treats you like that, and it's been like when I went off on them, like, and I didn't think, because again, he was a part of my core group, you know, and people that are a part of my core group, they are the ones.
I'm so sorry. It just clicked. I was trying. My brain was going everywhere to try to figure out who we were talking about, and I just. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, because he, you know, and when I went off on him, I had never gone off on someone in my core group like that and set a hard boundary with them the way that I did with him, you know, and I'm sticking to it. And it, because I got to that point where I was like, I didn't do anything. That whole situation was brought on by your actions and your stupidity and your in the momentness, not mine. I tried to help you that evening, and then you took it out on me for no reason. And then proceeded to tell me about the people around me. Like, one, don't talk about anybody else in my core group like that because it wasn't their fault. Two, again, you are grown. You are a grown ass man. Have some responsibility for your actions. Three, this is the last time. And this is actually the, I think, second time that we're, because the first time we had a little falling out, you know, it was whatever, but this is the second one, and
Hmm.
there will not be a third. There will not be a third, and that's me finally understanding and realizing like my boundaries. I it's okay to have them, and it's okay to feel this way, and it's okay to fall off with someone even that you were so very close with, and they were someone that was near and dear to you, you know, that you loved very much, like, you know, as one of your good friends. So like, I, that's just, it was a growth moment for me. It really was, because now I'm like, and I still feel bad. I feel bad that I talked to him the way I talked to him, but you have to do that. You have to do that with these people. And I know, like, the longer you know someone, the harder it gets to set those boundaries and tell them, look, if you want to be pissed about this, that is on you. I have no more time and no more energy to invest in this friendship like that. If you need to
Hmm.
do that, people, do it, because it is your mental health and your emotional health that should mean more than that, you know?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the whole situation. Sorry, I can't say anything. Because I'm like, I don't want to
You're
spill
and he,
tea that's behind the scenes
you're
too.
all,
That's
and
for
he
we're
was
saving
a
that
dick.
for the tell all.
Right. And he was a dick, but and he
Hmm.
deserved it,
Yeah.
and he got that K. K bye. My favorite thing.
Ooh, everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Well, all right, guys. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to talk about or need some advice on any type of friendships that you're having or friendship questions, go ahead and hit us up on our Instagram page, or if you have us on Facebook, give us a message. We are always here at me. I am always here to talk to you guys about this stuff.
Yes, thank you for clarifying.
Don't- if you message Abel, he's gonna tell you message Vonnie. So
Or just leave it on red, honestly.
yeah, message him if you want to come on the show. Message him if you
Yeah,
want to come on
I'll
the show.
okay. I do read, and if that's the case, I usually tell Bonnie. But if it's not, if I feel like it warrants a response, I'm like, okay, cool. Okay.
Don't- You'll just, if you just want somewhere to type in stuff, like, use it as your, do it to Abel. Abel just, because it's not gonna go nowhere. It's gonna go into the ether, and
And it'll never be seen.
you will be fine. And it's great to get it out like that. So that's what Abel's good for. But
Mm. Unless
if
it's gonna
you,
be good for the plot, because if it's good for the plot, might be a subject here.
that is true. That,
So we'll leave out names, but whatever.
but let us know. Message, definitely message us. Also, do the like, share, subscribe thing, and make sure you are tuning in tomorrow night for Pop Culture After Dark because we have some juicy, juicy, juicy stuff to talk
Oh,
about. So much is popping off.
I have a surprise story to them holding out and not telling Bonnie on about tomorrow.
Ooh,
And it's very good news, like very good stuff, gossip from inside
I
sources.
can. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it.
Can't
We
wait.
have all the latest on what's going on with Diddy and his situation, and we are going to have some other stories on there. Also, some RIPs to some celebrities that we have lost in the last week. So, hopefully, Abel
All right, guys. Thank you for watching.
give the proper respects to. So make sure you're tuning in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central, for Pop Culture After Dark. Now, Abel, go ahead and tell them where they can see that Pop Culture After Dark on Facebook and YouTube.
So it is on the Bitchy Brunch Facebook page. So we're here right now. And then we are on YouTube on Pop Culture After Dark and Twitch
I
as well,
keep
I
forgetting
believe.
about Twitch. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting that we're Twitchers.
yeah,
Oh, streamers. We're twitching streamers. There you go.
yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
But make sure you guys are tuning in for that. And I had something else. I completely forgot. Oh, well. If I remember, I'll tell everybody tomorrow on pop culture. But
Yeah.
other than that, we will check you guys next week on next week's episode. Bye.
Bye.